Shalom to the elect of the true nation of Israel, to so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the confusion of faces that are scattered abroad. Let's start off by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Kadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. I wanted to grab the prophecy in the scriptures that refers to the role reversal of men and women that is ever so prevalent today, and show you some of this vintage advertising that's been recreated to show you um, the modern setup of the family of the man and the woman, these relationships, how shit has been switched, okay, and also to show you this propaganda that they have, that this is an agenda from the elites, the ones who are in control, to sway the masses in this way. All right. So, what? For the destruction of family, okay? Because, like it says in the scriptures, when you bind the strong man, you're able to do whatever the fuck you want to the family, and you now own them. You're in control. All right, you the daddy, you the husband, which is E has assumed that role, right? And if you don't even need to bind the strong man if you simply effeminize him, and that's the one of the elite's primary agendas to do. You have to fit within a spectrum of, as a man, of being an effeminate, from being slightly effeminate all the way to being far left, to being completely thinking you're a woman, right? So we know this is weaponization from the devil the Bible speaks of, all right, and his purpose is to control and exalt himself as God, all right. So let's scope this shit out. It says, "Don't worry, darling, you didn't burn the beer," right? And then you have this shit, you know, madness. Okay, trying to promote these men to be Mr. Mom, they call it, right? Mr. Mom and shit. Nigga with an apron. It says, it's nice to have a girl around the house, all right? That she was pretty much a rug mat. See, in these things, now it would be canceled under the cancel culture. You would be fucking canceled for some shit like this. But back in the day, it was the norm. Okay, but listen, but now today you could pose as a drag queen, scanty attire, but you still have, you know, one of your testicles is hanging out of the panties of the drag queen outfit, right? And that won't get even censored, let alone canceled. But you can come with this shit and you're ruined. They'll ruin your life. All right. But then back in the day, if you tried any of that sick shit, they'd lock you up. All right. They put you in a ward. So this place is completely fucking backwards and upside down, man. All right. And that's heavy because there was a lot of depictions of like women to furniture. It was like, oh, that's an I remember, I believe it was a Steve McQueen movie. He was over there talking about, oh, that's a nice couch, talking about a woman. All right, it's a nice piece of furniture, a fixture for the crib. You see, and there's nothing wrong with that. Scriptures talk about that. But then look what you have. It's nice to have a boy around the house. To have his ass fucking um, walked all over. It's extremely depicted of these modern times. These men getting their head. These women are stepping over you. All right, just like we're gonna get in Jeremiah. It says, and then We'll finish this off right here. Let me see if there's one. There wasn't that one in the top is good enough showing. Oh yeah. Oh God. Yeah, let's show that. If your wife ever finds out, okay. If your husband ever finds out, see, this shows you that was a widely accepted thing, and the women knew it. And look, she's got a smile on her face, right? Meaning basically she better make sure she gets the good right coffee, the good best shit, right? And that's what was expected of a woman, right? To 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 be a servant and to wait on him and get her man exactly what he wants, right? And the best of the best and all that. But look at it now. This shit is wicked as fuck. It's extremely upside down. It's false balance, man. It's confusion. Okay. Like it says, the man is not of the woman, man. The woman is of the man. Okay. It says, woman, don't leave the kitchen. We all know a woman's place is in the home. Where did they get this? They got this from the scriptures. It says that they're supposed to be keepers at home. And when you go into that, it says the ones that stays at the house. It doesn't leave, man. It literally keepers of the house literally means that these women are supposed to keep their ass. They keep their ass at the house, literally. Okay, because they knew that they were prey the moment they walked out the house, or they were. It was a what was it? A gateway to sin. All right, it's a gateway to transgression because, like it says, where women are, like it says, where moth, where garments are, comes moths, and where women is, wickedness is gonna be there, and vice versa. Okay, when women are in the mix, wickedness is increased. That's why when they gad abroad, it's likened unto water having, giving the water passage and not corralling it, meaning not uh, preventing it from destroying everything in its fucking path. All right. It says, we all know that woman's place is in the home, cooking a man a delicious meal. But if you're still enjoying the bachelor's life and don't have a little miss waiting on you, then come down to Hardee's for some sloppy and hastily prepared. See? And then of course they're gonna come talking about this shit. And he's got his fucking foot kicked up, bro. Alright? And this wasn't all feminine, right? Oh, okay, I guess the kitchen, but see? Why wouldn't man, this is madness, man. This is madness. Okay? But this is what you have today. And this is a prophetic. This is straight out of what the Most High spoke of these things. They warned of these in the prophetic scriptures. These things were said before they came to the mix. I, you can't imagine how much of an expression, how exacerbated this concept is, because we're so far removed from the ancient day. All right, how they really ran shit. But we can see because we know how they ran it. We have depictions, we have accounts, we have the historical documents, right? The history. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh Shem Shai hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. All right. When you go into this, see, this is a new thing. on the earth. This is a new age shit, and it's getting more progressively worse. All right, and we see it. What they're trying to do. It's is the fluidity. All right, but really, it is a heavy aspect of putting these women on top. All right, when you go into that word compass, it means to pretty much to encamp around like an army. All right, to encircle, and we're gonna pull it in the blue letter and the etymology to show. It says sabab. It says to go about or around, to surround, to encircle. Okay, to march or walk around, circle about, make around, circuit, to surround, to go about, to surround, to encompass. All right, and this is likened into an army. When an army or um, a troop surrounds its enemies. Okay, to enclose, to envelop, to assemble around. Okay, this is a military term, to compass, because it talks about being compassed with armies. Okay, that's one of the main usages of this term, to compass. All right. What was the one in the Strong's definition that had some heavy reference? To besiege. To besiege, man. To beset about. All right. It says to enclose. You get enclosed on. That's military right there. That's combat shit. And that's exactly what it's likened into. These women have metaphorically conquered the man. Not the real man, but just man in general. And as far as Esau has fucking structured it now, all right, how he switched up this whole fucking system to cater to all women, all right, to thrust her in these positions of authority. See, liken unto being conquered, all right. Does it say here in the etymology? It says to envelop, to enclose, all right, surround, contain. All right, these men have been fucking contained. It started with their mothers. That their whole fucking plight was to curb and contain this man's testosterone, this young man's um um vigor. All right, because that's what happens every fucking time, especially in regards to this new age society and system that this this guy set up. All right, when he snatched the man out of the household, or the man's in the household and he's bowing down to the goddamn woman. Mom's rules. It's goddamn. Go ask mom when you ask the dad for some shit. Okay. Oh, I gotta check. You gotta check with your mom and all this shit. All right. She's running the goddamn place. See. So they've indeed been contained. It's as wicked as that we could all have experiences of that. All right. That I've spoken with brothers about different experiences where you know these 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 women, these wicked women in this society, they try to curtail your austerity. You know, it says to go around. Okay, wow, to calculate. It's heavy because these hoes are highly calculated. Highly calculated. It says to pace out, and that's heavy. Pace out, switched around, it's the same way or term to say to outpace. What does that mean when you get outpaced in a race? All right, you get passed the fuck up. That's exactly how these elites, Esau, Edom, who the world is in the hand of, the devil the Bible speaks of, the wicked. Okay, he's set this up to destroy the family dynamic. Okay, so that he could step in as the Most High. All right, but really, the Most High allowed him to set this up so that he could destroy this fucking place. Okay, we read it in the prophecy. This isn't something that he came up with. All right, per usual, a left side spirit is influencing him to implement these agendas. Okay, and it's all like Wamba was going on in the Bay a couple weeks ago. This worst case scenario has to be like this so that it could get better. So that it can get to the best. Has to get the worst so it can get to the best, to the kingdom. To get set up so it can get knocked the fuck down. All right. So with that, all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Kadash.